Welcome back to Tom's Garage. Boy, I tell you what, it has been raining for 3 days. It's been warm, but man, I tell you, today is warmer and it is beautiful. Beautiful. I just want to go out here on the driveway and just lay down and go to sleep. Yeah, you ever want to do that? Today, pal, Troy-Bilt push mower, little TB200, Briggs & Stratton 550E 140cc engine. This one's got the primer with a little sponge air filter. Buddy said it was running rough. He said, man, this thing would crank and barely spit and sputter. It'd take 14 pulls to crank it. There goes a guy on a mini bike. Cool. Well, we're gonna service this thing up real good for him. I bet it's never been serviced. I don't even know what year this thing is. 2021, okay. I think. Or 2020. I don't know. Well, let's do it. I'm gonna see how this thing, I'm gonna see how she runs. I'm gonna let the table down and crank it and see what she's doing. Well, I'm gonna crank it right there. I don't feel like letting the table down. Yeah, let's push this back. I've already checked the oil in it. It's pretty dark, so we're gonna do that too. Give it a complete service. Here. Thing was revved up so high. That ain't good. You just use a little RPM gauge. You just lay this right on top of the engine because it goes by the vibration, and you just bring this in and out until this thing is vibrating back and forth at its widest angle, and then that'll tell you 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. You want it about 3,100 is pretty good. Pretty good. And then what you do, take that little tool I had. I'll show you that. I'll show you how to bring it up and down after I get all this off. It'll be easier to see. So, let's give us a good servicing, boys and girls. What do we need? 8mm or 5/16. They could have got a stick or anything wedged up in there and bent that little bar. I'll show you. Yeah, that's a raunchy looking. Yeah, we're gonna put a new one in there. He gets a new air flitter. I'm gonna grab my 7mm. I got my 8mm too. 8mm there. 8mm hold this to the framework of the engine. And these two, right there and right there, 7mm, it holds this to the actual carburetor. So this is what actually holds the carburetor stable. Stable. So now we'll come back here with the 7mm socket. Come back here. Yeah. And be real careful with these because these are coarse thread that goes into plastic. Plastic. Unhook your crankcase vent hose. Pull the fuel tank off. I gotta quit doing that. I bet you that makes y'all mad when I move the camera like that and you don't know it. I hit the table and trip over it. All right, easy as that. There's your throttle linkage, or governor linkage. Goes right in there. I bet this thing's gonna have some crud in it. But see, this is the tab right here. Adjust the RPMs, you bring it back, put less tension on it, and lower the RPMs, or you can raise them. Just a little tab, little bar. That's it. That's all you do. So now we'll come right over here where I've been setting everything. Now I gotta move everything. See, this is the tool I use to reach in there and grab that little bar. You can use this angled one or you can use this end. Give it a little twist. All right. Grab a bucket. First thing I'm gonna do is drain the gas tank and try to get an idea of, yeah, we got some crud in there. See, it's hard to get it completely empty because you got this lip around the inside. So I get as much out as I can that way. And then I'll just take this off and just let it drain naturally. Naturally. These are my favorite hose clamp pliers. Back when I was a mechanic back in the mid-90s, I would have these on my workbench. Man, that's been 30-something years ago. And that's all I use those for, really. This is where I sling everything across the table. Easy. Okay, now we'll just let whatever else is left in there drain. Yeah, these are just perfect for hose clamps. Had them for a long time. And if you're in a real big hurry trying to do this, you can make it hurry. You can put your mouth on it. Just wipe it off first. Well, so far, it's just got a little bit of trash, which is probably what fell off the outside of the tank in there. It's got a lot of debris in it. That one big piece of debris right there did come from the inside. So what I'll do now, blow everything out real good, give it a little push. That cleans that screen in there. Nice and clean, perfectly dry tank. So we know that's clean when we get ready to start over. And now we'll clean the carburetor, put your hands over it so you don't blow debris in it. Blow all the dust off of it. I'm gonna grab another can of carburetor cleaner. That was just about empty. Just about empty. Ooh, I'm running low on carburetor cleaner. And half the time when you go to Walmart and buy this stuff, that's why I like getting it, because it's cheaper. It's always missing the straw. And I always pop the lid off too, make sure that's still there. I took the lid off a brand new can about 2 months ago. Dropped it, broke it. Whole brand new can's ruined. I don't know why I'm saving it. I'll blow all the dust off the outside. Okay, 2 7mm there. Oh, look out, hang on to it, boy. All right, take your little screwdriver, pry that off. There's your bowl. Looks pretty clean. Looks pretty clean. Dry that out real good. Now, take your little screwdriver, just wedge it in there like that. Pry that gently out. More fuel comes out. And you have a jet there and a jet there, and that one is clogged. Look at yonder. See if we can blow it out. I felt it come out of that one too. So now we're nice and clean. There's no gunk left in there. I like to take a puff of air too, but be very, very careful when you put air in this thing, because you will shoot that across the shop. And you can actually take this off here too, but I don't think there's no need, because I got such good flow coming out of both of them. Yep, that's nice and opened. Nice and opened. So is that when you can see light through it. All right. I like these carburetors, but when you take this out, make sure this Venturi in here don't. Ooh, look at that Venturi. Oh, that thing's full of gunk. Ugh. That's a nasty air filter right there for you. Look at that. That little Venturi in there, they're usually white, sometimes they're black. This holds that in place. Just like that. All right, now we'll just stick this back on. See how this goes like that? Follow the design with the holes. This little area right here, it's kind of a water separator. That's where it gets most of its pickup fuel. All right, make sure it goes all the way down. All the way down. And if the holes ain't lined up, you can just take your fingers and push this around a little bit. And put your little screws back in it. Very lightly. You don't have to get them very tight, because that's not what seals. It's that O-ring. All that does is just holds this in place so you don't tighten it down. I believe we got ourselves a clean carburetor. Let me pull this stuff off the intake manifold that come out of it. little O-ring goes in there. That usually sticks to that intake tube. So make sure these are perfectly seated down in there. And this doohickey will hold it on. Just snap that in there like that. Yep. There we go. And that's it. Now we'll come back over here and put it back on the machine. Put that on, slide it on all the way. Put your fuel tank back in the little tabs, make sure it goes all the way down. Okay. What are we doing here? Where'd my screws go? There they are. Yeah, he said it would take about 14, 15 pulls to get this thing to crank, and that's all it is, just have a little crud in the main jet. I'm gonna blow the dust off of this air filter housing. Make sure your vent tube is hooked up to the back of the air filter housing. 7mm. Be very, very careful right here because this is going in plastic, like I said. Hang on to it. There we go, that's good enough. Oop. Put my 8mm back on there. And this goes into the metal housing around the carburetor. Careful. That's very fine thread, you can strip it. Good enough. Gooder than enough. I seen a guy yesterday taking down his Christmas decorations. Here it is, almost the middle of March. I guess that's better than catching somebody putting them up in the middle of March. Oh God, I got my gas can too full. Ooh. This EPA gas can right here is designed to seal, but as soon as I go to pour it, you'll see a little stream just shooting out. Oh, it's dripping. Oh yeah, that's not full. Let me check his blade. That looks pretty good. I mean, it needs to be sharpened. It's pretty heat up, but it's not bad. Just a little bit of sharpening. Okay. Make sure that primer's working. I'll grab my flashlight. Oh yeah, squirting good. Do it one more time. Let's see the old one pull start dopester. What was that noise? Here we go. Here we go. Oh, nope. cranked on the second pull, that's good enough. Probably didn't give the carburetor time to fill up. Let's stick my new spark plug in there while we're thinking about it. Well, I'm gonna turn it over, let the oil drain, and I'll do the spark plug while the oil drains. While the oil drains. While I make a big old mess. All right, she's draining. Sure is nasty. Pull this blade off, sharpen it. Pull the blade off. Look at there, I cranked that thing with the socket still laying on the table. So I don't like cranking them when they're up in the air. I'm gonna get a phone call about that, and I can tell you who. Wait, I'll tell you what he did. He said, I stopped by and got a new air filter, but it's the wrong one. He picked up this blade too. Nice mulching gator style blades. My mouth is dry, my lips are sticking together. Yeah, that'll work. We'll put his mulching blade on there for him. Yes. It's got some kind of string wrapped around it. Let me grab my little cutters. Looks like fishing string. Well. Get in there with my old razor blade. There's another different kind of string too. I don't know what that's all about. Like it run over somebody's wig or something. I got the mower slid too far from me. Yeah, that works. I believe he's gonna like this blade. All righty. How about he lets me keep this one? Okay, what was I said I was going to do? Yeah, spark plug. Sparky plug. So we will change the spark plug. That'll be a RC12 IC, I believe. I love retirement. This is what I get to do all day. Help people out. We got gas dripping right there. I gotta hurry. Got gas dripping. Let me slam these tools down on this metal table. Don't look too awful bad. That's a terrible brand. I don't even know what brand that is. This is a good NGK here. Make sure its gap looks pretty good. Ma's in the house, got pizza cooking. Okay, let's clear the table. Okay. Okay, let me wipe the top of that motor off a little bit. Got a little gas dribbled on it. Take my air blower. Oh. Gotta dry some of that dribbled gas. Get this thing of oil out of the way. Yeah, that's nasty. It needs to be changed. Yeah, I cut my grass Sunday before last just for the fun of it, really. Just to mulch whatever leaves and stuff was left from the season. Got it looking good. And all this rain we had, man, I tell you, my grass, it needs to be cut now. It is exploding out there, man. It's been so warm lately. I didn't fill my oil jug last time I used it, and let's see if we have enough to fill her up. We'll let that settle. Reach up here and grab the new air filter. I got some up here. Yep. New air filter, pow. I need to put a little oil on that. Yeah, let me oil this filter for him. I'll keep a bag for doing that, but I don't remember where I put the bag, so I'm gonna make another bag. That bag will work. Pour a little oil on the filter. Just a little bit. A little bit of oil on that. Zip it up. Well, get all the air out of it first. That way the filter sucks it up. There we go. Get Earl all over it. Not too much. There we go. Perfect. Perfect consistency. All right. Let me blow this filter cover out. See where the oil lavelle is? Right on the ad. I may not have enough left in here. I have to refill the bucket. Hit the hole, boy. Hey, it needs a little more. Let me go put some more oil in this thing. Alrighty, we have got us some oil. Let me check it again real quick before I add any more. Almost full. Almost. That's gotta be enough. Pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, that thing feels loose. I'm gonna pull this cover off and see if that can be tightened. No, it just sits in that little groove there. It's just the way it is. Okay. Easy. Okay, oil, blade, spark plug, air filter. Now, we'll go back around here. We'll let the table down and fire it back up, see how she does. All right, give it a prime. Here we go. Well, at least she cranks on the third pull. Second, third. That's better than what it was. He said he'd pull that thing for 14, 15 times. It wouldn't do nothing. Oh. Well, that is a service on a TB200 Troy-Bilt push mower. That's about all we can do for it. Yep, boys and girls, thanks for watching another Tom Dobie video. Y'all be good, take care, and love each other, because you know I love you. And I will catch y'all on the next one.